Tonight, a report on an ongoing search for a missing hunter, and the Moses Lake Food Bank gets a major donation just in time for Thanksgiving. What's happening in sports, Sean?
Big Bend basketball gets underway, and the Mariners add a new catcher. Here's a glance at our Weather Center forecast.
And here in the weather department, we're watching the snow and clouds move away overnight tonight. What's not moving away? The cold and the winds. Your holiday forecast coming up short.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
A man is still missing after a hunting trip near Crab Creek in the Royal City area. The Grant County Sheriff's Office is asking for help to find Thomas Mark Stieg, a 55-year-old North Bend resident. He did not return home from a one-day hunting trip and did not contact his family. According to the Sheriff's Office, Stieg was last known to be in the bluffs above Crab Creek, about 2 miles south of State Route 26. Stieg is wearing camouflage clothing and would have archery equipment with him. His pickup truck was found by police on Saturday. His family told police Stieg is an experienced mountaineer and survivalist and a former Marine, but temperatures have dropped below freezing. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to call 911. A longtime Moses Lake police officer retired after 28 years with the department. His career was celebrated on Friday, his last day of work. Reporter Joe Utter has the story.
After more than 28 years as a police officer, Sergeant Steve Myers is calling it a career for the Moses Lake Police Department. Myers, along with current and former police officers, former police chiefs, firefighters, city officials, family and friends, and even a criminal defense attorney, gathered to recognize his career on Friday. Myers is retiring after 28 years with the department. He started out with the department as a reserve officer, was hired on as a full-time officer, and over his time worked in investigations as a field training officer, supervisor, and sergeant, among other roles. While police departments have come under heavy scrutiny recently, Police Chief Dave Ruffin said Myers has been instrumental in building trust between the community and the department.
He's an extremely passionate person. Anybody that knows him closely knows that he really puts his heart into everything he does. And so that's the kind of people you want. I mean, that's the people, to be quite honest, it's hard to lose somebody like that because they create value. They make this place better. You got to have more people like Steve to really build that community trust.
Myers also took a few moments to thank his wife, Tammy, for her sacrifices over the last 28 years and her dedication to also helping the department. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
A convicted felon allegedly fired a gun near the Washington State Patrol office in Moses Lake. George Soares Galvin, a 20-year-old Moses Lake man, was stopped in his car by a state trooper early Saturday morning after at least 2 shots were fired near the State Patrol office. According to Moses Lake Police on Monday, police reportedly noticed a spent 9mm shell casing near the driver's seat and allegedly found a second shell casing in his sweatshirt hood. Officers obtained a warrant and reportedly found a handgun and 12-gauge flare gun along with marijuana and drug paraphernalia. Soares Galvin was arrested for drive-by shooting, 2 counts of felon in possession of a firearm, DUI, possession of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Police were unable to determine what he was allegedly trying to shoot. A father and son allegedly assaulted a man at Samaritan Hospital after hitting the man with a car. Police were called to a home for a 22-year-old woman early Friday morning after she reportedly overdosed on heroin and was unresponsive. According to Moses Lake Police on Monday, Moses Lake Fire Department medics revived the woman and she was taken to Samaritan Hospital. A 24-year-old man followed the ambulance to the hospital and was in the parking lot when Timothy Jewell, a 50-year-old Moses Lake man, allegedly hit the man with his car. Jewell and 24-year-old Moses Lake resident Trevor Jewell allegedly got out of the car and attacked the man, who tried to flee to the emergency department. Timothy Jewell was arrested for assault, felony harassment, and interfering with a healthcare facility. A report was sent to the prosecutor's office seeking charges against Trevor Jewell. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.
When the cold rolls in, it's time to turn on the heater and cozy up with a book. But turning up the heat can mean higher electric bills. And for some families in tough times, that could mean choosing between a warm meal or a warm house. For decades, people like you have extended a hand to help local families in need pay those winter electric bills. Share the warmth this winter to help keep your neighbor warm by giving a little when you pay your Grant PUD bill.
Hi everybody, meteorologist Don Morelli with you here on iFIBER Channel 1 News. Weather and our forecast, of course, brought to you by Barry Motors. One great place to buy and service a car. And of course, it was a wintry past 24 hours and will remain pretty chilly the next couple of days. And I guess it was today. We'll have the occasionally strong winds overnight tonight through much of our Wednesday. Thanksgiving Day, sunshine but cold, and will continue to be chilly through the weekend. Next chance of snow looks to be about a week from now, next Tuesday. In the meantime, we're looking at a high and low today, 40 and 26. 40, that's pushing it. I think we were struggling to even hit the mid to high 30s this afternoon. Maybe the last hour we popped up there. 0.14 of an inch of precipitation in the last 24 hours. The snow began around mid-evening last night, relatively light in most areas, and ended in the morning hours for the most part with just some scattering afternoon sprinkles and snow showers to end this Tuesday. 40 and 26 in Moses Lake. Similar story, a little whitening of the ground there as well. It was 0.13 of an inch precipitation. Here we are in the mid-30s, breaking part of the clouds right now. It's still a little gusty though. Look at those winds, 20 miles an hour. So you add that with the temperature, it feels like the single digits and teens out there. So a bitter, chilly night. Now, of course, tomorrow's a big travel day, getting ready for the holiday. And again, the main interest for traveling problems in the mid-section of the country and a few showers, but this front that moved through us is really going to be firing up some messy Thanksgiving Day weather for much of the central and southern plains as we slide through the midweek time frame, even a winter storm again moving in through the central Rockies. But for us, we're seeing things improve overnight tonight. You sort of see a little spin there, but all the activity moving south and east. So looking for the sunshine to come back, as I mentioned, on Wednesday, and looks like it'll last right through most of the rest of the holiday week. Again, just a little chilly, and again, for one more day, the winds are going to remain pretty strong. Sunny skies, for the most part, from border to border in the lower 40s west of the Cascades, lower to mid-30s in the inland northwest. And as we zoom into our neck of the woods, again, a brighter day, so not too bad to take. Almost seasonal, which is around 41, 42 degrees, slightly below seasonal levels. But again, the big thing is the winds will remain pretty strong, and that'll make it feel still on the chilly side. So again, cold turkey is what we're looking for the Thanksgiving holiday. You can see temperatures on the chilly side, teens for lows, 30s for highs. And here we go, Monday, Tuesday, increasing clouds. And once again, old man winter making an early visit here in the Pacific Northwest. So again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Make it a safe travel day tomorrow.
To save some energy, I've used Einstein's mass energy equivalents to design the haptic suits you see in front of you. They will maintain our core body temperature while we completely turn off our heat and air conditioning. With the money we save on our Grant PUD bill, I'll be expecting that trip to Disneyland this year.
You don't need to be a super genius to save energy and money. Visit grantpud.org to learn how.
The new flamethrower cheeseburger now with a $5 lunch. I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Gary, do you remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
Comes with a Sunday now. I can handle it.
You know your body, Gary.
Go flamethrower. Now the DQ $5 lunch comes with the new jalapeno bacon flamethrower cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. This is fan food, not fast food.
Lady Vikings open up their new season with a 2-game home series taking on Everett and Edmonds. Up first with the Trojans. Everett got off to a fast start against Big Bend, going up 18-12 after the first quarter. The second quarter was again all Trojans capitalizing on second chance points, outscoring Big Bend 22-7. It was a different story in the second half for Big Bend as shots started to fall. Lady Vikings outscored Everett 28-19, but fell to the Trojans 59-47. Breezy Shore was the leading scorer for Everett with 22 points and 5 rebounds. Lily Hildebrand was big on the boards, collecting 10 rebounds while also scoring 10 points. Mariah Tipping was the leading scorer for Big Bend with 11 points and 8 rebounds. Deanna Manning was the leading rebounder with 12. In the second game of the weekend series, the Vikings hosted Edmonds. The Lady Vikings got off to a fast start and never looked back. Big Bend had a dominating 47-16 lead at the break and continued to cruise in the second half, taking the game easily 82-53. Max Shelley was the leading scorer for Big Bend with 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Deanna Manning recorded a double-double with 13 points and 15 rebounds. The Lady Vikings are back in action next Thursday at home versus Whatcom. The Running Vikes got their season underway on the road at Peninsula. The Pirates jumped out on top early, taking a 50-37 lead in the break. Big Bend fought back in the second half, but fell to the Pirates 95-86. Riker Pierce was the leading scorer for Big Bend with 25 points and 9 rebounds. Moga Ledoux added 12 points and 9 rebounds. The Vikings hit the court again this weekend, playing in the Skagit Valley Turkey Tournament. The Seattle Mariners continue to make moves. This time, the M's added catcher. Seattle has signed free agent Chris Iannetta to a 1-year deal. John Heyman of CBS Sports reports the deal is worth $4.25 million with an option year. At 32 years old, Iannetta is a veteran catcher, having caught 852 games, posting a .232 career batting average. Iannetta played collegiately at the University of North Carolina and was drafted by the Colorado Rockies in the 4th round of the 2004 draft. He played 6 seasons for the Rockies before playing the last 4 with the Angels. Iannetta is known as an above-average defender and will most likely be the Mariners' 2016 opening day catcher. Seattle U took revenge against Eastern Washington on the basketball court, knocking off the Eagles 58-52. Ex-Big Bend star and current Red Hawks shooting guard Brendan Westendorf recorded 10 points and 7 rebounds. Vinky Joyce was the leading scorer for Eastern with 14 points and 8 rebounds. The Washington Huskies and Gonzaga Bulldogs match up on the basketball court Wednesday for the first time since 2006. The Dogs and Zags face off in the Battle for Atlantis in the Bahamas. Tip-off is set for 9 a.m. on ESPN. The Dogs and Zags start a 4-game home-and-home series in 2016. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about Samaritan Healthcare's annual turkey drive that raised nearly $11,000 and 7,000 pounds of food for the Moses Lake Food Bank. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
Samaritan Healthcare's Turkey Drive helped Moses Lake Food Bank meet its goal of serving 1,500 needy families in Moses Lake and Warden for Thanksgiving. Hospital representatives said Samaritan employees and volunteers on Friday and Saturday in front of Safeway were able to collect 237 turkeys and 377 bags of prepackaged food. That amounted to 6,857 pounds of donated food. It was given to the Moses Lake Food Bank Monday morning. People lined up to receive their donated Thanksgiving dinners in front of the food bank on Marina Drive.
The community has really jumped in and been a big help today, this Thanksgiving.
More than $10,800 was donated to the hospital for the food bank, the largest amount of cash given over the 15 years Samaritan has conducted the turkey drive in front of the Safeway in Moses Lake. More than 80 Samaritan staff and family volunteers participated.
It seems like the community has gotten together, and every year it seems like the churches help. Like this week we have a lot of LDS people helping out and volunteering today. We have continuous volunteers. We've been getting checks from churches, and individual people have donated. The business community has been great. We've seen banks contribute. Insurance agencies have taken their time today and to come out, and agents have come out just to help make sure that the people get their baskets.
Many food bank volunteers, including Deborah Redford, were on hand to help with packaging and delivering the food. Redford explained why she likes working at the food bank.
Because it's so much fun. I love meeting the people. They're so thankful and grateful for the blessings that they are given. And it's a chance for me to smile at them and say, Happy Thanksgiving.
The food bank's supply of turkeys ran out, but Chaplain said the community once again came through to help families in need over the holidays. Moses Lake Food Bank can be contacted at 509-765-8101 or email at cmsl@mlfood.org. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We'll be right back after this.
We are real students, and this really is our college.
My dream will change the outcome of my life.
My college is allowing me to achieve my dream.
My dream is to be a pilot.
My dream is to be a nurse.
Only you can determine your dream. Big Bend will help you get there.
What's your dream?
Experience speed like never before when you connect to Grant PUD's high-speed network. Visit grantpud.org to learn more.
Welcome back. iFIBER is looking to pay $3.2 million to replace the water pipes along Basin Street. The project is aimed at replacing pipes installed in 1951 and 1956 along the street. The city experienced several breaks in the pipes during the past 2 years, including one at the intersection of Basin Street and Division Avenue during the summer. The city previously applied for a loan from the State Department of Health to help construct the project, but was denied. Some of the communities awarded money from the state weren't able to use the money, so iFIBER is getting another chance to apply. The city reapplied for the loan. If iFIBER secures the loan, construction could start in 2017. A Beverly teenager was injured in a collision Monday on State Route 26, about 5 miles west of Royal City. A 16-year-old boy was driving east on SR 26 in a 2002 Ford Windstar when he reportedly rear-ended a 2002 Chevrolet pickup truck that stopped to make a left turn onto Beverly Burke Road. According to Washington State Patrol on Monday, the boy was taken to Othello Community Hospital for his injuries. The driver of the pickup truck, Cesar Ramirez Herrera, a 25-year-old Mattawa man, was not hurt. The State Patrol issued the boy a ticket for driving too fast for conditions. In Northwest news, recent flooding in western Washington has closed roads and they are clearly marked. But some drivers are ignoring them and getting in big trouble. Como's Lee Stroll has a story.
I need help. Please help me. My car is full of water.
The top of this Toyota Camry was barely visible above the waterline Wednesday morning. Just seconds earlier, the driver was inside, telling dispatchers she was running out of room to breathe.
There's water all the way to my roof in the car. I pushed my head all the way up.
The woman says she went around a road closed sign on Marine Drive outside of Stanwood. She thought she could make it, but the Stillaguamish River rushed in.
Freaking out, I guess, and I tried to get her to calm down and told her help was on the way.
Snohomish County Deputy Bill Dawson responded to the 911 calls. The river was still rising, forcing crews to pull their rigs back.
Honey, I'm losing my breath. I'm hyperventilating now.
Okay, I want
oh my God! Somebody please.
Ma'am, listen to me. I know you're scared. They're coming out there to help you out, okay?
The driver, inside her car for more than 45 minutes, finally saw responders on a backhoe.
Oh my God! Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. I know it's scary.
She was soaked and shaking, but her relieved smile said so much.
Are you okay?
I'm Lee Stoll, Como News.
From Puerto Rico to Florida to Utah, a 1-pound miracle baby on a cruise ship finally makes it home just in time for the holidays. For CNN, Sandra Yai has the story.
Cheers tonight as an AirMed plane landed at Ogden-Hinckley Airport carrying precious cargo.
Even a week ago, we weren't sure if we were all going to be together.
It's been a roller coaster of a journey for the Morgan family. Back in August, Hayden Morgan arrived 3 months early while his family was on a 7-day cruise. Hayden weighed only 1 pound and doctors weren't sure if he'd survive. He spent several days in a hospital in Puerto Rico, then was flown to a Miami hospital where he's since gained a few pounds and defied the odds.
He started taking bottles a number of weeks ago, and his breathing has been on very low settings, and so he's surpassed their expectations a long time ago.
But the family was separated. Chase Morgan had to go back to Utah for work while his wife stayed in Florida. The couple also has a 3-year-old daughter, Chloe.
We had just prayed and just asked for some kind of miracle to happen, and they are an answer to a miracle.
She's talking about AirMed, which, after hearing the family's story, stepped in to help. AirMed says cross-country transports like this are rare. It's the only program in the state that can do it. This morning, a crew of 5 made sure Hayden made it safely back home.
And a lot of the team members have been following this story since the very beginning and really wanted to be able to step in and do our part.
To bring our family home for the holidays, it will be something that we never will ever be able to repay them for.
That's going to do it here for us at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.